fam here on YouTube. My name is Olivia and I'm so very glad that you clicked on this video today to join me in bringing you some amazing bookish content. And as you can see by today's title, I'm going to be bringing you guys my first ever Sims 4 speed build on the channel. So if you watched my videos a few videos back now called my Cozy's Hobby Vlog, I basically just had that video filled with all the cozy hobbies that I like doing that you can do along with reading, whether that's listening to an audiobook or physically holding a book. So one of those things happened to be The Sims 4. I absolutely love The Sims. I've been playing since Sims 1. If you know, you know, and I can't get enough of it. So I thought it would be really nice to show you guys a little bit of a speed build with a reference photo to let you know what my thought process was with building the house, as well as letting you guys see some screenshots of the house completely furnished, because in the speed build, I'm not going to be showing you that. And then while doing all of that, I'm going to voice over and I'm going to talk to you guys because it's a bookish channel. So I need to bring you some bookish content. And I want to read you this story that I found, or part of a story, or a prologue that I found within the stack of drawings that I showed you in that Cozy Videos vlog. I went to my mom's house, I went through like a box of my old things, and I found this story that I was working on, I think between ages of 10 and 12. I'm not exactly sure, there's not a date on it, but like I read it and it's like pretty good, and it's actually pretty exciting because it goes along with a book that I was reading at the time, or that it follows that similar vibe, and then I read it now. I don't know how many months back, but I read both books in the series and it's like so awesome, and I really want to continue this. I think it would be really nice to also get your guys' feedback on this video and then be able to do speed builds in the future and like talk about the next portion of the book, or actually when I like rewrite this and kind of get it set in stone and like continuous. I think it would be a really nice like long-winded short story. But yeah, I'm super excited to bring it to you guys. Hope that you enjoy. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and hit your notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post a video. And subscribe to my YouTube channel and join the Bookish fam because we're so nice and we have so much fun together. And without further ado, let's jump straight into the speed build and my voiceover reading you guys A Rose of Time. Alrighty guys, so this is the reference photo I was talking about. Honestly, I just love this style of house, and one day when I buy a home, whether it's when I'm married or while I'm still single or a mom, whatever it is, I want a house with this kind of vibe, where you have that raw wood, the white house, the black accents from the window and the trim, the dark roof. I just absolutely love it. To me, it's just so, I don't even know, classy. I can't describe it. So that's what I was trying to develop here. Hopefully you guys get the gist of it. Like I did a lot, I deleted a bunch, and then I started over again, so it's gonna change, but this is kind of the vibe that I got, and I hope that you guys can like, you know, kind of gauge it. But this is the first time I'm doing a pretty intensive voiceover, so bear with me. And then I guess I'll just jump into the story. Now I wrote this several years ago, at this point at least 10, and my handwriting was not the greatest, so I will do the best to not jumble up all my words, but hopefully you guys can kind of get the gist of what the story is about. But like I was saying in the beginning, it's called A Rose of Time, and it starts and it says, in the land of Lespero lived the Rugas, where everything was very small, just like the Rugas were. They were short creatures with tan skin and rosy red noses, their eyes oh so big and their hair long as willow trees' leaves. It says, in Lespero, a day's time was predicted when a rose petal fell from its host. But today, something seemed to be very wrong. Minto Rose Petal was a Ruga, a very beautiful one at that. She was 9 years of age and lived with her pa Aras, her ma Ruth, and her two siblings, older brother Ja and younger sister T-Bell. Minto Rose Petal had curly blonde hair with big plum bows on each side. She was extra small for a Ruga her age. Her eyes were green like emerald jewels, and she wore a silver dress with sparkly lace and a big plum sash around her waist. Plump, plump, plump. Minta jumped down the stairs to meet her entire family having lunch. A very odd time of day, she thought. Pa sat in his chair and read his Bible. T-Pel played with Zing, the family lamb, and Ja, well, he was out exploring as normal. Ma was making roasted duck with candied yams and orange fig pudding with fresh pork, beans, and hot roux buns. Minta's mouth watered with excitement. Ma, she asked. Yes, my love. Lunch is a bit late, don't you believe? It's 4. It's dinner time. Josh should be back, and the sun should be gone. The rose petal hasn't fallen. Minta was right. Rugged time in Lespiro was very particular. Not only was a day perceived by the rose petal falling, but the night which began once it hit 4. The sky should be only lit with stars. Well, my dear, just let it alone and play with T-Belle. She misses your company. Oh, Ma, she's 3 and I'm 9. Didn't you hear me? Pa, what's wrong with the time? Pa said nothing. He didn't even look up from his Bible. Minta was ever more confused. She grabbed her gabble and her basket of books and her beautiful polar fleece and ran out the door. The sun hit her face, nearly blinding her. It was so warm to the touch. She not even needed her gabble. She folded it up in her basket of books. The grass was so soft beneath her feet and blew in the wind so gracefully. The trees so tall and strong, their variety was almost overwhelming. Pines, maples, willows, spruce, apple. The numbers seemed to never end. The animals more lively than ever. The birds sang, the creek floated so calm, and each fish jumped in and out like a rainbow, leaving and returning instantly. It was also so odd. The sun should be gone, the sky dark, and stars out. She laid her basket filled with books and her gabble and ran back to the house, ran up to the stairs in a room which was the highest point of the house, with a big window with a view of all the land they owned. Nearly out of breath, she used the last bit of her strength to open up the huge windows. The sun shot through like a firecracker. It seemed to nearly burst the floor. The beam of sun was very warm, and it lit up the whole room. Minta's room had rosewood floors, high ceilings with a big canopy bed with cream covering and tons of dolls and books, art supplies. Just a room for a 9-year-old, she thought. Minta laid on her bed for about 1 hour, thinking and reading, trying to forget the fact the rose petal hadn't fallen and the sun was still out. But she couldn't let it bother her so much. But why didn't any of her family seem alarmed? She knew something was very wrong. Alright, LOL. So I am done reading it. I'm so sorry about the jumbled up, but like there's scribble scratch, things are crossed out. That's like as best as I could possibly do. But you guys, I love it. And what I was saying, what it reminds me of, and I'll make sure to like post a picture on the screen, but it reminds me of the series by Edith Pateau. I believe that's her name. I'll be sure to post her name on the screen if I am saying it wrong, but she wrote the books East and West. I do have a full review of both of the books on my Instagram, like an Instagram post several months back now, but it follows that same kind of vibe. They're like Norse theme, middle grade, kind of YA books where they follow a young girl named Rose, and she lives with her family like in the rural countryside, and they're extremely poor. It's like the dead of winter, and each of the children is born based on like a specific direction because their mom is superstitious, and north is the direction no one should be born. But unfortunately, Rose, the main character, is born north. So for her, she loves adventure. Like she loves to explore, and that's the one thing that her parents hate. They want to keep her safe. Well, the family has fallen on really hard times, and so therefore Rose wants to help. She wants to be along, but like they want to keep her safe. They want to keep her protected. Well, all of a sudden, a ginormous large white bear comes out of nowhere and says, and kind of bargains with the family, if you allow Rose to come with me, then your family's fortune and health and wealth and all that will prosper. But if you do not, then you will have to kind of deal with what you're going through. And unfortunately, they kind of let her go with them. I mean, she wanted the adventure. They didn't really want to, but they felt like this is the only way. And so that book, you kind of follow Rose on this adventure of who the white bear is, where she's going, how can she get back to see her family. Some romance is developed. She grows older. Like it's a lot that's kind of happening. And then in book number 2, it follows that same kind of vibe, but she's older at that time, she has a child at that time, and it's like a really good series. I absolutely loved it. It was the first middle grade series that I actually ever read. My aunt actually gave me East probably around the time, probably between 10 and 12 was why I wrote this, because it sounds so similar. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I'll be sure to link both of those books down below, as well as the Cozy Hobbies vlog, so that you guys can see that. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I definitely think I want to continue it, you know, write a little bit more, possibly show you guys when I do more, maybe doing another like voiceover video like this with either a speed build or like with painting or just some other random thing that I want to do. But I really like it. Let me know down below if you guys wrote any stories. Is that something you did as a kid? Were you one who like sat down and was like, I'm gonna write about something? Or were you definitely like into like toys and video games or whatnot? But I definitely feel like I was one who really love writing and using my imagination and like playing school with my dolls and playing Barbies and having whole communities and different things like that. But yeah, I am writing another story right now called Door Number 13. It's a psychological thriller. I do believe that will be more like a book. I feel like this will be a long short story, A Rose of Time. But I wanted to read that one to you guys. Sorry. I wanted to read that one to you guys, but the work that I worked on it like disappeared, so it's no longer there. So I have to let the hurt feelings kind of go away and figure out if I'm actually going to spend some time and actually like do it and rewrite it and all of that. And when I do, I definitely want to share that with you guys because it was really, really good. That's definitely a genre that I find a little bit interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. In terms of the story, it's definitely like following like these middle grade vibes. I definitely think that's where it'll kind of stay. I don't see it like having any type of like romance or any other themes that might cause it to be slightly YA, but we're on to these screenshots here on the video so that you guys can see just like what I was trying to do. And these are going to be the screenshots of the video of the house with the furniture as well, because I did not include that in the speed build. But yeah, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up and hit your notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post a video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and join the Bookish fam because we're so nice and we have so much fun together. And I hope you enjoy the screenshots. Let me know what you think down below, and I will catch you in my very next video. Bye friends.